This is the main museum of technology in Tokyo. It's in a place called Odaiba, and it has lots of different machines and robots and new innovations and things to see. It's very popular with kids, unfortunately, but this was a weekday I went, so it's very quiet. This museum isn't that popular amongst the Japanese, really. There's a lot of foreigners who go there. It's not free to get in, but then again, museums in Japan aren't really that popular, just like a theatre. There's lots of fun exhibits here, such as this sitting on a turny chair thing and having your photograph taken over a period of time as you turn into the camera. There we go, looking fat. And there's, of course, the obligatory heat sensor camera. Another place for interesting gizmos and gadgets is the Sony building in Ginza. Here is the entranceway. You have a piece of card, just normal card, with this design on it that you put underneath a camera, and the camera places this image of a 3D building on top of it, which I guess is set out with these guide points on the card. And you can actually press down on parts of the card and that does various functions on the computer. Very smart. Here's a small catching the ball machine in the museum. Very simple. You can just operate this little robot left or right. It loads the ball into it and it just demonstrates this robotic hand and how well it can catch the ball. One of the more practical things on display was this scaled down model of a rescue robot. This would be the kind of thing they put into fires or dangerous situations to try and take equipment off trapped people, things such as that. And here it is, just kind of showing off its versatility, its ability to walk on its wheels. It's very clever. And here it is demonstrating how gently it can pick up objects, such as this block, which would be a person in real life. I was unfortunately seconds away from seeing this Asimo robot walking around. That was really annoying to miss that. But nonetheless, I could enjoy turning this kind of TV electric globe thing using my hands. You see it turns in the direction that my hands move. It's a real-time weather indicator. There was a very nice liquid sculpture there, they called it, which is made from a thing called ferro-liquid, which contains lots of magnetized iron particles, and when you have two big magnets you get these nice patterns from the magnetic field. There were a lot of hands-on chemistry lab, secondary school style experiments, such as this, using I think liquid nitrogen and magnets and demonstrating how they can float in a certain kind of magnetic field. I think this was demonstrating the concept of Maglev Trains, which have been built in a few places across Asia and are probably coming to Japan soon. I love the reactions of the Japanese crowd watching. This is a magnet suspended in a magnetic field, spinning. I guess that really does demonstrate Maglev Trains a bit more. But more so does this experiment. This was really interesting. He had a piece of, I don't know what it was, maybe a magnet covered in this kind of liquid nitrogen, and it floated above this metal rail, and he could even turn it like this and it would still go. So I guess that demonstrates how Maglev Trains can work, even on slopes. But let's hope the trains don't fall off the rails just like this magnet does. This was another demonstration of the principles behind Maglev Trains, although I wouldn't want to be riding a train that's as noisy as this. Technology is used everywhere and very practically in Japan. Here's a small shop where you can hand them any type of design, they put it into a computer, and this stitching machine, which is attached to the computer, automatically stitches it, and you can see how intricate those Chinese characters are. This is the computer that controls everything. Here's a vending machine. You've seen lots of them in my videos before. Quite amazing, really. You just select your drink, and I'm using my train pass here to buy it. How dangerous is that? You don't even see any money go or anything. Now on the street, in the summertime, you occasionally see these strange stands with smoke coming out of the top. This one's out of a big famous department store. This is actually water, finely sprayed water, and the idea is you stand behind it and you can cool down, which is very nice. And finally, a nice beach. A nice, fake beach in the middle of Tokyo.